diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
It's a weird time for me to do this, but I don't have a choice. Not with the way my schedule is today, so I missed a little bit of my 3 o'clock meeting. I have my 6 o'clock meeting, so it's not like I'm not going to hit a meeting today. I was in a Adams County meeting. I'm on the coalition. We call it something to Alliance or something now. So, but I'm on the housing and access to care. I'm on the access to care so I can help us with Medicaid and all these different things, treatment, detox, halfway house. All these things are going to start coming up. And if we don't have peers involved, we may not get what we need. All right. I'm not used to wearing a hat. I haven't worn a hat in over a year. You want to know why? I couldn't find them. And then I forgot I even owned hats. I'm like, it's kind of weird wearing a hat. But it's getting out of control up there. So, man, am I striking out this week or what? All right. I did it at an unusual time and people are sick. So I haven't even heard back from Amber yet. So I think she might be sicky. So, all right. Well, one of these weeks I will not chair the meeting, but it looks like I'm chairing again. It's all right. It's what happens when you start new meetings. So, all right, we're about hitting that 3-minute mark. Yay. Texas Roadhouse. Okay, at least the ones here in Colorado. The one in Arvada, I believe, is owned by people in recovery, and they're wanting to do some community stuff. And I told them I'd be more than happy to open up the church for them to do a fundraiser or something. You bet. That's what we're all about. We're about community. And about to go pick up a teenager. I don't know why, but Wheatus came into my head. Teenage dirtbag. Did you guys see that orb just go in front of my face? That was weird. It was probably, I don't know. We'll keep moving on. It was probably me. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. I love that song. I love it. I also love Iron Maiden. All right. Let's do some introductions. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'll be your host today. Your host with the most. I don't know. It rhymes. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even think of it that way. That's hilarious. If you're here, please say hello. Never mind me. I'm just going to go pick up a teenager. I may be cute today and go pick up a teenager. See, we could have fun here. Thank you, Ingrid, for letting us have a little bit of fun at your expense. I appreciate that. Change. Man, and this is tough, man, because I wanted to change. I did want to change, but I didn't want to do it for me. Okay. But is it going to be one of those I laugh, you laugh? Good thing you're not live with me. Anyway, oh, but when we change to appease other people, it doesn't work. I wish sometimes it did. I'll be honest with you. I wish sometimes it did, because I want my wife to be happy all the time. I do. I want her to be happy all the time. Now, I know it doesn't work that way. Okay. But she's been through a lot, and she deserves happiness just like everybody else, right? Hi, Michelle. But if I change to appease her, do you know what's going to happen? A resentment. Most likely. I did this for you. Ah. That is why we must do recovery for ourselves. I didn't want to accept it either. I really didn't. I wanted to be able to do this without having to do all the bullshit. I'll be honest. I didn't want to do it. But I knew if I didn't, I knew I knew if I didn't change, for me, I knew it wouldn't work, because I've been in the program before, and I had seen plenty of times where people changed for other people, and then I just watched the resentments come. Right? We love these people, and once we get into the program and start understanding what love really, really is, our hearts explode. And it hurts. It almost feels like heartache or heartbreak. And what are we going through there? Well, that's when we finally look in the mirror and decide that we love ourselves, and we can look in the mirror and say, Dion, I love you, dude. Mr. Hyde fades away. He goes a little bit further away. See, that's who we're talking. It's Mr. Hyde that will do the change to appease. Okay? Because there's an intention there. There's something that we want. There's something that we want. And it's probably, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it was probably alcohol. Right? I had lurking notions. What are those lurking notions? Well, if my daughter ever gets married, she did, but she didn't invite me, so that didn't work. I didn't have that lurking notion. If my daughter got married, she either wouldn't invite me and they'd all get drunk, or she would invite me and there'd be no alcohol. It was the hardest. Out of everybody that I had, it's easy. Once I could love myself, it is easier to love other people. It is, because I can understand that in order to love somebody else, I must accept them with all of their flaws. And some of these flaws could actually be beautiful. Some of these flaws can be turned into life-saving moments for other people. Yeah. When we intentionally change for ourselves, okay, so that extra dividend that I talk about at the end of the day of love, what is that? It's self-love, friends. I go to meetings because I love myself. I have sponsees because I love myself. I do this because I love me. That's why I do it. I do it so I stay sober. Because when I'm sober, I can do miraculous, cool fucking stuff that people get to enjoy. That makes me, I don't know about anybody else, but that makes me happy. It makes me feel satisfied. Not satisfied in the sense that it's time to stop, but satisfied in the fact that I did the best that I could that day. Why? Because I love me. I do almost everything for me so that I can be a better use to you. Okay. Wasn't an orb that went by earlier because it just happened again, and it's just some kind of fluffy thing. Until it didn't, yeah. And I could kind of see it in my eye. So not this time. Not this time. Well, the lady that owned this house, she passed away in this house, and her name is Barb. And we love Barb, and Barb hasn't been here for a couple months, but she stops by every now and again and says hi and checks on her cats. She does that. Tells me how much she loves us. Well, we're carrying things. You know what's cool? When you carry on things in the name of other people. I'm doing it. See, this whole ministry that I'm doing right now is because of Barb. If we wouldn't have met Barb, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in right now. And it was so cool to meet a lady that understood. She understood everything that I was doing. It was the neatest thing in the world. And I didn't even know her that long. And she gave me some of the biggest gifts in my life. So you could imagine that when she passed, you bet your ass I kept her cats. You bet. It's going to stay the same until those cats pass away. It is their house. Why? Because I love myself. Let's just throw one more in. I made that one. I just, right? But when we change for ourselves, this is when people will say, it feels different. That's because you're doing it differently. That's why it feels different. Because you finally figured out you can get sober for any darn reason in the whole world. But the program you got to do for yourself. There's no other way. Right? And making that acceptance, or right? Now, why do we think that we need to change to appease people? Okay. When we change to appease people, what we're saying is they're wrong. That's what we're saying. That they are wrong. And I'm sorry, but they're not wrong. Even a narcissist is correct half the time. Yeah. Feelings are fact, even for a narcissist. Did you know that narcissism is a mental illness and that person cannot help it? They cannot help what they are doing. Isn't that sad? You know, heck, we'll display mental illness on TV all the time. We do it and make fun of it. Drives me crazy. Anyway, so that's what happens when we start to change to appease. So I am going to make this one a little bit shorter. I got to be out of here by 4. And the 3 o'clock meeting is going on, but I'm certainly not skipping the Daily Trudge. So, but it wouldn't have happened until 9 o'clock this evening if I didn't do it now. So, and the 3 o'clock will go on without me. I'm pretty sure. So, join us today if you can, 6 p.m. I will, I'll make sure I put it in the group, our 6 p.m. meeting. It is an open discussion. There's, I don't know, about 7 of us now. But now we're yeah, people are catching on. I'll just put it that way because it is what it is, man. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I love you. I really do. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out.